letter arrived, I was due in court on the intricate case of Melchett versus the Vatican, which was coming to a violent and potentially explosive stage. The letter then came as a welcome diversion, and I tipped the delivery boy out of the window with more than ordinary generosity. It was a cold morning, and under Mr. Tulkinghorn's instructions of Melchett versus the Vatican, I was naked. The letter read as follows: If Mr. John Lawson Particle could travel immediately to Transylvania to assist Count Dracula on a matter of great legal delicacy, Mr. Lawson Particle will be handsomely remunerated. He is to bring on his journey no garlic, no crucifixes, no wooden stakes. Neither is he to look up in a dictionary the word vampire. It seemed innocent enough. Excited at the prospect of escaping a dreary London office, I rushed into Mr. Tulkinghorn's office. He read the letter through and eyed me carefully. Then he looked at my face.
You didn't find anything strange in this letter, Mr. Lawson Particle?
Why, yes, you noticed it too, sir. The split infinitive in the first sentence, yes.
No, I was thinking, never mind. You plan to go on this fascinating journey?
With your permission, sir, I will go straight home, dress, and take the first train to Southampton.
4 days later, saw me standing at the gates of Castle Dracula, weary and travel-stained. Prudence had demanded that I leave her behind, so I was alone. And night was just falling as I knocked on the mighty oaken door and heard the answering echoes ring through the castle. After what seemed a cliché, iron bolts were drawn back, the portal swung open, and Count Dracula's manservant stood before me. Of all the hideously disfigured spectacles I have ever beheld, those perched on the end of this man's nose remain forever pasted into the album of my memory. Bowing low, this loathsome wretch introduced himself.
Travolta, sir. At your servile. If you will follow me, I shall tell the master you have arrived.
Walking with a pronounced limp, L-I-M-P, pronounced limp, he showed me into a waiting room. Into a waiting room, and vanished. Presently, he returned with his master. "Ah, Mr. Lawson Particle," cried the Count. "Welcome to Castle Dracula. Dinner is in half an hour if you would care to change. We can leave business until tomorrow. Tell me, what blood type are you?"
A.
I said, what blood type are you?
Oh, I said.
B.
I questioned Travolta as I dressed for dinner. I asked him the nature of the Count's business, but he made the sign of the cross and said nothing. I asked him why there were no mirrors in the castle, but this time he made the sign of the very cross indeed and spat openly. This was puzzling. I couldn't see myself spending a month in a house without mirrors. When the time came, I made my toilet, sat on it, and then came downstairs. Travolta informed me that his master had gone to bed at dawn and expected me in his study later that evening. The greatest excitement I had to look forward to was the prospect of a total eclipse of the sun, which was expected during the afternoon. When the time came, I watched through a fragment of smoked glass as this moon slowly slid across the surface of the sun and darkness shrouded the earth. I started at a sound behind me. It was Count Dracula, my client. He seemed a little excited. A tendril of spaghetti appeared to be protruding from either side of his mouth.
Why, good afternoon, Count, I cried. Have you come to enjoy the spectacle?
Spectacle?
The solar eclipse.
He looked out of the window. Solar eclipse. Yes, it's the first total eclipse I've ever seen. Exciting, isn't it? Oh, shit. Is there something wrong, Count? I could see fear in his blood-red eyes. How much longer is it going to last? He cried. Well, it's just ending now, I cried. Look at that. Splendid, isn't it? Count? But he had disappeared, leaving his cane behind him. In his hurry, he must have upset the ashtray on the floor beside him. I never saw him again.